What's up guys, Papa Eagle is back in the nest and welcome back to another Stormbound video. So in today's Stormbound video we are going to be going over the Tribes of Shadowfen faction, and I'm going to be telling you guys what I think works with the deck and what kind of combos I'm going to be using. So we're actually going to be building our deck live and I'm going to show you guys that right now. So we're in the deck creator right here, and as you can see we have 6 Shadowfen cards. Not a lot, I know, and I'm not exactly sure if they work together. So let's check out what each of the cards does, and then we'll decide from there. So we've got Azure Hatchers. On death, spawn 2 toads with 1 strength on random surrounding tiles. So a toad spawning card. Then we have Crimson Sentry. On death, deal 1 damage to all bordering enemy units and poison them. So that's another toad card. And we have Titanfall Spire. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit and poison it. So that's actually pretty good. I've seen those used before, so I'm pretty excited to use this. Then we've also got Witches of the Wild. On play, drain 1 strength from bordering units. I've also seen these being used. Sorry. We've also got Feral Shamans. Before attacking a stronger unit, drain 2 strength. So they'll take it from the stronger unit, give it to themselves. It'll even out the battlefield. Then we have probably my favorite card in the entire game, Curse of Strings. Convert a target enemy unit with 7 or lower strength to fight for you. So we could potentially turn around heroic soldiers that's been buffed up. Anywho, we're gonna put all of these cards into our deck to make it really shadowy and fenny. Then we're gonna switch to neutral. Okay, what do you think would go well with this deck? So a lot of it seems to be like turning enemies around and making strength. So we'll put a Potion of Growth in there. Gifted Recruits just as little meat shields, I guess. What else should we put in here? I'll put in Personal Servers to give some more strength out. And then we'll put in Call for Aid. That will throw some people for a loop. What else? Let's put in Heroic Soldiers, and then we need another relatively weak unit. We will put in Westwind Sailors. So, let's see how this works out. Alright, you guys just see me make my deck, and we're going to go into a battle. Okay, we found a match. The enemy is going first, and we shall see what type of deck he's using. And maybe that will give us some more information on how we're going to counter him. Oh wait, apparently he just ended his turn right away, so we're actually going to go. Alright, I'm going to replace Curse of Strings, so we can't use that. And, you know, why not? We're going to spawn our Titanfall Spire. So far nothing. Oh, never mind. Warfront Runners. Okay, that doesn't really tell us anything about his deck. He does have it upgraded once, so that gives us a little bit of information. He may have an upgraded deck, so you kind of need to be careful about that. What can we do here? Let's see. So those guys are poisoned. They'll actually die before they get to my Titanfall Spire, so I don't have to worry about them. Let's just spawn Heroic Soldiers up the middle, and we'll start a little push. Alright, so as I said, his Warfront Runners are severely injured. They got 1 left, and on the start of my next turn, I believe he'll get poisoned and die. If not, that's not okay. So he's buffed up his Warfront Runners again, which is not friendly. And then he's gone and hurt my Heroic Soldiers, which is less than optimal. So, yeah, it actually did do an extra 1 damage to those guys. Let's see what we can do in order to preserve our Titanfall Spire. So what I'm looking at right now, I'm going to use Personal Servers. They're going to buff up my Heroic Soldiers at the top, and then go run into those Warfront Runners, so it'll be okay. On his turn, they should get poisoned, and they should die. Yes, there we go. So far, Titanfall Spire has been doing pretty well for us, I think. He's taken out a decent bit of units. So I'm thinking when I get the opportunity, I'm going to try to upgrade that, actually. It's our turn, and they have nobody down, so we should be able to get the upper hand here. We're going to spawn Azure Hatchers, and then we're going to combo that with Witches of the Wild. So, on death, basically, we'll just get a ton of troops. So our Witches of the Wild now have 3 strength, and then on the death, it spawns some other toads elsewhere. So we now have a severe outnumber on our opponent, 5-0. Along with our Titanfall Spire will make it really difficult for him to actually place anything. I think when we get the opportunity to place 2 Titanfall Spires, that's when we're going to start winning big time. Alright, so he spawned Dreadfawns, basically to even out the odds. He's got 6 total troops on the board. Nothing we can't handle, though. Okay, so what just happened there was our Witches of the Wild ran through one of their 2 troops, and then we also poisoned one of their other guys, so we definitely have the upper hand here. these guys do move forward one, so do these guys. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to spawn those up there. And then, due to the fact that he can't place anything else, let's see, what should we do? Alright, we'll just buff these guys up a ton. So that could end up actually dealing really significant damage. He can't really come at those guys at all, because even if he spawns somebody to take out this Witch of the Wild, he can't spawn anybody else to combat my Westwind Sailor. So I basically have a guaranteed 8 damage on his base, which is absolutely insane. So freebooters aren't going to help anything. He's just boxed me in more, so I'm not sure what his goal is there. I think we might have this one in the bag, because what I'm looking at doing right now is if he doesn't take out my one toad that I've got there, then, okay, so he will take out the toad, so never mind, I don't have it in the bag. But he Potion of Growth, freebooters, okay, interesting decision. I'm not exactly sure what he's planning on doing with those freebooters, but, you know, whatever. So our Venomfall Spire has gone and poisoned that. We just dealt 8 damage to his base. Absolutely insane. We can, yeah, watch this, guys. Okay, so we're gonna spawn gifted recruits. They'll be pushed up to his line, and then we're also just gonna use Call for Aid to surround his base entirely. I think we've got this one in the bag so far. Shadowfen deck seems pretty cool. I think this might be one of the better deck options. So yeah, this really does seem like a fun deck to use. Seems pretty effective. Obviously this guy kind of wasted his first turn, allowed us to get that Venomfall Spire down. But I think that's kind of what the Shadowfen deck is about, opportunists, and just taking your advantages when you can get them. So he conceded, which is pretty awesome, because now we've got an extra win under our belt. Yeah, there we go. So we got 26. One more win and we'll get ranked 25, along with a reward of 5 rubies, which is pretty amazing. I am going to upgrade this win, but you guys don't have to watch that, I'll cut it out. Alright, so we've gotten our 10 gold coins. Let's go back to the home screen and let's jump into one more battle. Hopefully this goes as well as the first one we did, but, you know, we don't know. Alright, so we found another battle in the same setting, actually. So that's pretty interesting. Our turn to go first. We're just going to spawn Westwind Sailors right up, expand our front line a little bit, and let's just wait for our enemy. Okay, so our enemy spawned a Shady Ghoul, which is interesting. So he moved up his front line a decent bit. The Shady Ghoul actually managed to move backwards on his respawn. So what we can do, we can either press the advantage, or we can spawn Azure Hatchers. You know, we have a couple of different options here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn personal servers, so they'll buff up my Westwind Sailors, and they'll move forward, pressing him a little bit. Okay, so he only has 5 mana to work with here, so unless he gets some value, he won't be able to take out all my dudes. So he spawned Dreadfawns. The unfortunate RNG of the situation did not allow him to actually spawn his satyrs where he wanted them to go, I don't think. So we have the upper hand here, definitely. What we're going to do, we're going to switch out Curse of Strings, because there's no way we can use that. And then we are going to basically secure another giant amount of damage, buffing up those guys. And guess what? We are about to get probably close to 8 damage on his base, unless he does something extremely drastic to somehow kill both the personal servers and the gifted recruits. So this strategy, as I employed it in the last game, is actually something really effective. Okay, he actually did manage to counter that. Well played, sir. You've actually surprised me. But that strategy right there, I like to call it the side lock strategy, where basically if you lock your enemy with his troops on one side and your troops on the other, then it's very difficult for him to actually take out your troops on the locked side, which is the locked edge. So as you saw, I just got a free 6 damage on his base because he was unable to defeat the side lock strategy, which obviously works in our favor. So now we actually have 2 troops that move 2 spaces forward. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to spawn Azure Hatchers. So they're going to run forward, then he's going to spawn his 2 little minions, which probably won't do anything for us, but it's alright. Then we're going to replace Venomfall Spire and get Feral Shaman, so we can't use that remaining 3 mana. Obviously that's not optimal, but it's okay. So he actually is pushed up all the way at our base, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm thinking he's going to want to defend though, because he's pretty low on health. He can't really afford to take anything else. So we'll just have to watch and see what he does. He has 7 mana to work with, so that's a decent bit. Okay, so what he did, he spawned Mischiefs right up here. They dealt 1 damage to my base, and then he spawned Snow Masons, which actually buffed up some of his other characters. So that was a good play. Now what we could do, we could really kind of screw up his little path here. We send a Crimson Sentry in there. We should poison both of those. Okay, there we go. Those are both taken care of. I'm feeling good about that. I think what we're gonna do, we are going to replace Feral Shamans. We don't need them right now. And end our turn again. We don't have any units that cost 3 mana, so I think I might actually make an edit to my deck off screen, and then maybe show it to you guys in a new video. But that's a flaw that I definitely need to take note of. Oh yes, on a side note here, I just wanted to say thank you for you guys supporting me so much on this video series. I know a lot of people didn't expect me to do a video on Stormbound, but this has actually made my channel blow up a ton, so I really just want to say thank you guys for that. I really owe a lot of my success right now to you. My subscriber count has nearly doubled since the last time I actually checked it, so just thank you guys so much. You've made this so amazing. I'm really happy that my channel is doing so well. So I just owe all that thanks to you guys who are watching my videos, and especially you guys who commented on them. It really just makes me feel pretty good when I get a comment, because that makes me know that somebody cares and somebody actually watched my video, which is pretty amazing, honestly. You guys have actually made my guide for the Ironclad Union my most viewed video on my channel. Last time I checked, it was like somewhere at like 805 or 804 views. That is absolutely insane. Before that, my highest viewed video was like 30 views. So just thank you guys so much for that. Alright, so he actually has a legendary card, Ubas the Hunter. I think we're gonna lose this battle, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that one didn't go as well as the first. It's okay. But as you saw, we used the sidelock strategy to effectiveness. We also used our Shadowfen deck pretty well. And yeah. So as I told you guys, I think I'm gonna make a deck edit. What should we take out? That's the question. So I think I'm going to end up taking out the personal servers. They didn't help us too much. So I'm going to take those out and replace them with another kind of low costing unit. We're going to use Fel Flares. There we go. That's our Shadowfen deck. If you guys have any suggestions to add to this deck or something, if you guys think I should add some other cards, if you think that you know a combo that I could use, please let me know in the comments down below. Really does help me. I will include it in a video, I promise. And yeah, that's basically it. I would just like to close out this video by saying that I don't claim to be a master at Stormbound. I just tell people what I think works and what I've seen work. So if you have any suggestions, you know what I could do better, please just leave it in the comments. Don't just dislike the video and leave. Please at least tell me why you think my strategies are bad or something like that. Just give me a little bit of an explanation and I will make an adjustment to my strategies. Tell everybody, you know, this commenter actually helped me out. He helped me find something that could be helpful to you guys, and I will just let everybody know that you are the commenter who did it. So please, if you don't like my strategies or you think there's something I could improve on, just leave it in the comments below and I will be sure to read it and respond to it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, vote with your view, and it would be super if you would subscribe. See you guys next time.